Hey, Michael, which formerly sleepy DC suburb is super hot right now?
Woodbridge, Virginia.
What? No way. Well, watching the real estate shifts and changes throughout the different suburbs of Washington, D.C. is like riveting. The whole metro area of D.C. is made up of many, many different cities and towns that comprise what people call the burbs. And then there are other urban centers like Tysons or Arlington that can practically stand on their own as like alternate urban centers.
Yeah.
So following like the local trends is actually critical for us so that we can help our clients make the right choices in their real estate purchases.
Yes.
All right. So I am Melissa.
I'm Michael.
And we do these videos for you every week. We break down living in DC, Maryland, and Northern Virginia. Michael often joins me. We've both lived here I've been here for 20-something years, and Michael's kind of a lifer here. So we do know these areas very well and better than anybody. So make sure you subscribe so that you do not miss our new videos.
Yes.
All right. So why is Woodbridge, Virginia on fire?
It didn't used to be like this.
No, it did not.
Nope. In the housing bubble, there were entire streets filled with foreclosed homes in Woodbridge.
I remember that very
Yeah.
well. The Washington
Yeah.
Post had an article, and it was like, wow, entire cul-de-sacs were like boarded up.
Yeah. I mean, it was this hit especially hard in 2008, 2009.
Definitely.
But here we are.
Yep.
15 years later.
Yep.
Telling you that the market has come full circle.
Yep.
So what shifted for Woodbridge?
All right, well, we want to find out.
So the biggest piece of news for Woodbridge comes from the Virginia Department of Transportation.
It sure does. The I-95 and Route 123 interchange project is gaining momentum. This is huge, huge news for Woodbridge because the bottleneck traffic that happens multiple times a day at that interchange for exit 160 is terrible.
It's horrible.
The exit number or Route 123 don't mean anything to you, this may help. So when you are heading south on 95 from the Beltway, which is 495, you typically move along through Fairfax County.
Yeah.
Your confidence is up. You find yourself thinking, people always talk about how bad this traffic is. This ain't so bad. Then you say goodbye, Fairfax County, and hello to Prince William County as you cross the Occoquan River. And there it is.
Gridlock.
Gridlock.
Yeah.
There goes your confidence sailing down the Occoquan along with your plans for the rest of the day because it can now take up to an hour to go the 7 miles down to Dale City.
Yeah. It literally sometimes it makes you want to eat your gun.
Yes, it does. And you're in Virginia, so you can have your gun right next to you in the car.
So let's talk about the improvements that are proposed.
Okay. Tell us.
So they're replacing the northbound Route 123 loop ramp to southbound I-95 with a signalized left turn to the southbound Route 123 ramp to southbound I-95.
I drew a map because I had no idea what the hell that was. Basically, if you think about it like this, you sometimes see where you're driving along on a road and the highway comes like this and they make you turn right when you're really going left and you do this big giant loop. In Atlanta, they call it Spaghetti Junction or the Clover Leaf, right? But that's basically, instead of that, they're now like doing it a little bit more intuitively. It's like, oh, you're driving up to the intersection where the highway is and you want to go left or south. They're just going to have you go left or south, right?
Yeah.
So that's what they're doing is replacing all that like loop-de-loop stuff.
Yeah.
What else are they doing over
They're
there?
going to widen the southbound Route 123 ramp to the southbound I-95, southbound I-95 from 1 to 2 lanes.
Okay.
Huge improvement.
Right.
Moving the Route 123 and I-95 express lanes ramp intersection slightly more south.
Okay.
Huge. Realigning the southbound I-95 ramp to northbound Route 123.
Okay.
Also, adding a shared use path along northbound 123 from Annapolis Way to Devil's Reach Road, which is great.
All right.
So, repairing and replacing the deck of the southbound I-95 bridge over the Occoquan Road, very important.
Okay. All right.
These improvements are radically going to change the corridor from what is often a parking lot
God,
on
we hope.
95 to a more functional road representing a highway.
Oh, we hope so. We are anxiously awaiting all of this to take shape because it will help to make Woodbridge an even more attractive area to live.
Yeah.
So the improvements are going to, they're going to just ease everything.
They will.
All right. And that's weekday and weekend travelers because just if you think that this is a 9 to 5 Monday to Friday problem, you are incorrect.
Yeah.
Because in the summers when the traffic is headed to Virginia Beach or the Outer Banks, it's like, I mean, you need like a lifeline to throw you. There was a time that we drove for 4 hours and got to Fredericksburg, which is like, I don't know, 60 miles from here.
Yeah.
And the kids were like, how close are we to Myrtle Beach? I'm like, I hate to tell you this, but we're like an hour from home. They're like, we've been in the car all day. I'm like, I know. It's unbelievable.
It is.
We're going to link to all of that too, just so that you can kind of like look at the changes for yourself. But now we're going to zoom in on the market here. So the real estate market. Woodbridge continues to be strong because the price point is very affordable in the DC metro area. Yeah. So looking at all of Woodbridge, the average price of single-family detached homes sold in the last 6 months was $623,500. The median price was $579,000. So for those of you that forgot your math, median is the middle. There's exactly as many below as above. Average is just the average. Now the median, so townhomes sold in the last 6 months, the average price was $465,000 and the median was $450,000. So those are running a little bit closer to each other.
Yeah, and Lake Ridge still continues to be the strongest market in Woodbridge,
right,
and the most desirable area to purchase a home.
Right. There's like Lake Ridge is no joke. Like the amenities there in the immediate area of Lake Ridge just attract like a ton of buyers looking to purchase in the eastern side of Prince William County.
Yeah, it's kind of almost like a Reston vibe, but not as centralized.
Right. And if you move the rest of Woodbridge and just zoom in on Lake Ridge, which is what we wanted to also look at.
Yeah.
Average price of the single-family detached homes in the last 6 months was $678,000. Median price, $645,000. For townhomes, the average price in the same time period was $480,000, and the median price was $475,000. So that's actually, that's pretty good, right? Prices are pretty representative of the median.
Yeah.
So, all right. So what else are you kind of seeing over there in Woodbridge?
Yeah, I mean, so in the right parts of Woodbridge, the real estate market is similar to the story in other DC real estate metro area markets.
Okay.
So, if sellers price their home correctly based on the condition and location, the home will sell quickly.
Right.
Many times these homes are receiving multiple offers. I recently listed a sold home in Lake Ridge and received 4 offers on the first weekend of the market.
That's crazy because we're not seeing that in a lot of other places.
Yeah, but there are other homes in the neighborhood who priced too high and they did not have the successful outcome that we did for our clients specifically. So, all of these all these factors really do play a role, and buyers are much more savvy.
Right. And I have a client now that's going to start a search in Woodbridge this summer, and I'm like, we're going to Lake Ridge.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's usually large gaps in the average price and the median price. Sometimes they can be like $200,000 to $300,000 different for the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
This is not the case in Woodbridge, which means there's not a lot of outliers in home prices here. So it really should be easier for you to get the price right for sellers who have, hired knowledgeable real estate agents.
Yes.
Prices here are steady. They're stable, but they grow. Houses here are similar to each other, and you see fewer custom homes here.
Yeah, most of the custom homes are down on the water on the Occoquan.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where you're going to see them. So those are the only really outliers you're going to get. In a real estate market that's been so uncertain for over a decade, Woodbridge's stability offers buyers a place to call home where their dollar stretches further than other areas.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, of course, their affordable areas are always where people are going to flock to.
Right.
I mean, everybody knows that.
Right.
But they do end up, defining traffic patterns with VDOT's recent announcements about the changes to the 123 I-95 interchange, combined with also having the VRE, the Virginia Railway Express commuter train. It's awesome.
Yeah. And then there's the OmniLink bus too, right?
Yeah. People have a lot of commuting options in the Woodbridge area. And so, this is very attractive, especially if you're only going in, once or twice a week. Hybrid schedules, this is an attractive area to be.
Right. And just because we're saying that it's super hot right now, it doesn't mean it's but you can't actually get a home here. No, it's really quite the opposite. So in the past 5 years, Woodbridge homes used to fly off the market. So now if they're priced at all incorrectly, or they need significant work and the price doesn't reflect the condition, buyer perception of that home's value is definitely greatly diminished.
Yeah.
Right. So with interest rates and inflation where they are, buyers aren't as agreeable anymore to take on major renovation projects like roofs or HVAC, kitchen remodels without a significant pricing concession.
Yeah, that's really what we're seeing. That's very much the narrative, especially I've talked to other agents, as they were, writing offers on that listing, and a lot of people were just saying that this is the most renovated that we want to go for this.
Yeah.
Like, people don't want to spend the money. Inflation is just affecting people's pocketbooks.
Oh, and renovations are a disaster because they cost like 4 times what they would have a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Contractors don't call back. Like even some of the ones that we use all the time are like, it's hard to pin them down because they have work. You don't want to be like, you have to stop your work and do it, for my client or my listing. But yeah, it's gotten tough. Well, since it's the beginning of the summer, there are some amazing activities that you can indulge in while you are in the Woodbridge area shopping for your new home with us.
Yeah, Brew Republic Beer Works. Love going there for trivia on Monday nights. And if you prefer to sing karaoke, it's
I do
on
not.
Fridays there.
No, we could. I just sing in my car.
Yeah. And the Alamo Draft House across the way also has trivia as well. So a lot of people love that one.
Okay.
I have a lot of friends who go there regularly.
All right.
So, and for families, I really like Muse Paint Bar. It offers a multitude of painting classes options throughout the summer.
We have
everybody.
A pièce de résistance or two from the painting bars.
Yeah.
Muse painting bars. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple recreation centers. There's Chin Aquatics and Fitness in Woodbridge and the Dale City Recreation Center. Guess where that is?
Dale City.
It's at Dale City. They both offer inexpensive memberships where you can take advantage of sports and swim and fitness classes. There's Waterworks Water Park, which is the biggest splash pad in Northern Virginia. We're going to link to that. I'd like to see you running around in there. The kids. Hey, guys. All right, what about Fridays at 5?
Yeah, a concert series that runs every other Friday, May through August at the Prince William County Complex.
All right. We'll link to that too. Occoquan Bay Wildlife Refuge is the habitat for birds. It's free to enter and you can hike or bike along their 4 miles of trails. You can also drive through and there's hunting and fishing. I realized we called this a refuge and when I read hunting, I was like, what?
Yeah.
But yes, they have organized hunts to control the deer population. So they also put bans on birds to identify them and you can go watch the volunteers when they do this process.
Yeah, it really is. The Occoquan Bay Wildlife Refuge is probably one of my favorite places to hike and go for a walk.
Cool.
Yeah, so the next 3 places are all situated together. The Nebsco Boardwalk, beautiful. Potomac Heritage Trail, really, really nice trail. And the Ripon Lodge. The Ripon Lodge is actually pretty cool.
Okay.
It actually gets a pretty decent amount of visitors. So the Nebsco Boardwalk is an elevated boardwalk throughout the wetlands. You can get up close to the herons, the ducks, and a variety of birds. One of my friends who's a birder really likes to go there. So the Potomac Heritage Scenic Trail is a connected network of 800 miles. It actually spans pretty far. Trails reach anywhere from the Ohio River Basin down to the Chesapeake and Potomac rivers. It's pretty impressive.
That is great. I know. These trails are all wild, how they all connect to each other. Ripon Lodge Historic Site is the oldest house in Prince William County.
Yeah.
We're going to link to those things too in the blog post so you guys can see that.
So Leesylvania State Park is one of my favorite parks. I've been hiking there since my early 20s.
Vintage Michael.
Yes. It's on the water. The trails and fishing area are amazing. There are boat and kayak launches and also a sailing school, which is pretty cool.
Sailing takes me away.
They even have days for kids fishing tournaments.
Oh.
Yeah, which is really cool. So
my kids wouldn't want to do that. They want to catch fish.
Yeah. And since it's hot, let's talk about some pools.
Pools. There's a few community pools in Woodbridge. One thing that's different about Prince William County from other areas in Metro DC is that there's just admission fees for these pools. It's typically $5 to $7.50 for an adult. There's Hamel Mill Pool as well in Woodbridge. And at Veterans Memorial Park, you've got baseball and soccer fields as well as a skate park, playground, and pool. Dale City, you've got Birchdale Community Center, which has a pool, playground, basketball court, and a skate park, as well as a recreation center.
Yeah.
And then Lake Ridge has a variety of amenities, too. 5 pools, a spray ground, a boat ramp, community centers for rent, sports fields, playgrounds, fitness stations, and other outdoor recreation courts like tennis, pickleball, basketball, multi-use, and volleyball. That pickleball thing's no joke, man.
Yeah.
It's like blown up.
Yeah.
My neighbor in DC used to play. She's like, it's so fun. I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And now it's everywhere. Like, sometimes I go to take video for our videos and I hear clunk, clunk, and I'm like, oh my God, somebody's playing pickleball. So in Lake Ridge, you have a whole system of playgrounds and tot lots. Now, if summer is not your thing, you can cool off at the Prince William Ice Center. They have an indoor skating rink on Dale Boulevard.
It's really awesome.
Yeah. All right, so check out our other videos on Woodbridge. We're gonna link to these to see kind of all of the activities and dining that Woodbridge has to offer. So we hope that this was super helpful for you.
Yeah.
Woodbridge update. We hope you're as excited as we are. We hope the traffic gets better.
Yeah.
And so if you want to explore Woodbridge with us, our contact information is below if you want to talk about buying a home here and why it's one of the hottest markets in our area, right? So make sure you hit subscribe.
Yes.
Yep. All right. Bye, guys.